Hello children, I am Suma, Economics Lecturer, Gopalswamy PU College, Mysore. Today we are starting the third lesson, that is Production and Costs of your second PUC Economics syllabus. So we all know that production and consumption are the chief trading activities. So now let's see about the concept of production. Production is nothing but the transformation of raw materials into finished products. That is, we use some inputs to get a kind of output. So, every other consumer is a producer of one or the other goods or services, and every other producer is a consumer of one or the other goods or services. So, we all know that trading and commerce activities are mainly based on these production and consumption activities. So, for this production, we easily simply in simple words we call it as the conversion of raw materials into finished products with the help of technology. These days we are having all kinds of technical support to transform the raw materials into finished products. In the ester years, we did not have the conversion of raw materials done through the help of the technology. So during those days, we had the handlooms, we had the hand woven cloths that were converted through the handmade weavers, handmade weaving machines. We cannot even call it as machines, hand weaving systems. So that system has gone today, and we can see power looms everywhere prevailing. Okay. So now let's come back to the factors of production. You all have studied in your first PUC, that is there are 4 factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization. These are the 4 major factors of production, and without the assistance of these 4 factors of production, it is difficult for us to manufacture any goods or services. So the land is nothing but a place where the goods are produced or the services are generated. If you take the example of the production sector of a mud pot, you see that these pots are manufactured over a piece of land with the help of labor, with the help of capital, that is some investment, and an organizational setup that there will be somebody to answer to the customers. So the land is a very important factor of production, and it is a fixed factor of production. Land is a fixed factor of production and labor is a variable factor of production. Today's labor in one factory or in any firm may be out of that factory for one or the other reasons, and he may or she may go to work in another place. So therefore this labor is called as the variable factor of production. Again, capital is also a variable factor of production. Organization is a fixed factor of production, but it varies according to the demand of the time. So land is a very important factor of production. As you all know, there should be some identity for the production of goods and services, and that identity is given through the location where it is situated. So the land has a greater value in terms of economy, that is land earns money even though it is an non-living component. It earns money through the form of rent. The reward for land is rent, wherein the reward for labor is wages. Whether it is an uneducated labor activity or undereducated labor activity or highly educated labor activity, the name goes on varying: wages, salary, remuneration. But ultimately, end of the day, every person works for earning some food, and for that only he earns money, and that we call as wages. And the third factor of production is capital. Capital earns interest. Whatever the money that we have invested in our business, it is going to earn interest. If we have borrowed some money, that also earns interest, and if we have lent some money to other person, that also earns interest. And the fourth factor is organization. Organization is nothing but the office setup. In these days you can hear the word the front office everywhere, whether it is a firm, whether it is an industrial setup or educational institution or service organization, everywhere you find the front office, and that we call as organization, with a logo, with a tagline, with a brand name. They have maintained an organization, and that is the one which earns profit through its services or goods. So these are the four major factors of production: land, labor, capital and organization. Land earns rent, that is the reward for land, and wages is the reward for labor. Interest is the reward for capital, and profit is the reward for organization. Children, this is a very important question that can be asked for you for 1 mark or 2 marks. Either any one can be asked for 1 mark or all can be asked for 2 marks. So now let's see about the product. What is a product? Every single individual output that comes out of the industry or a firm, we call it as output. That is, we in economical terms call as product. So the aggregate products that is produced over a period of time in a particular place at a particular investment, we call it as total product. So there are 3 types of products: total product, average product and marginal product. Average product is an unit of output which is produced per unit of input, wherein marginal product is an additional unit of output that is produced with the help of additional unit of input of either labor or capital. You all know that the labor and capital are the 2 main variable factors of production. Either increasing the number of labor or by increasing the investment amount, we can obtain more additional output, that we call as the marginal product. So these total product, average product and marginal product, they are all interrelated. So to know more about this, in our next session we'll learn the law of variable proportions. Thank you, children.